Sync it up. Many are the plans of a man's heart, but God's purpose will prevail. Proverbs 19:21. What does that actually mean? We're going to dive into it in today's video. Yes, man, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. By the way, guys, I'm at work right now. I had to sellotape my logo, confidentiality reasons. But yeah, let's dive straight into it. I've got my notes. So, many are the plans of a man's heart, but God's purpose will prevail. You know, there's three things we can take away from that one verse in the Bible. They are: number one, purpose is more powerful than plans. Number two, purpose is more important than plans. And number three, purpose precedes plans. We're going to tackle the first two at the same time. So go and ask anyone that you know that owns a startup or has a business that has scaled from a startup, and ask them, when they made their first steps in establishing their company or their business, what was more important, the why or the actual plans? It's not the plans that are going to motivate you to actually get started. Obviously, of course, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. But the thing that's going to motivate you to stick to your plan is your reason why. One of my close friends, Daniel, actually put me onto the concept of the crystal staircase. He first spoke about it online during the promotion of our album or our music project, Sowing Seeds. And it's quite interesting, yeah? If you look at your goals and dreams and imagine them at the top of a crystal staircase, you know, from the bottom looking up, the staircase looks so grand. Those are your plans, yeah? Let's say the crystal staircase is the plan. And it all looks so pristine, it all looks so perfect. But in reality, when you embark on the journey to get to your goals, you're wearing these muddy boots, you know, you're gonna run up the staircase, you're gonna go through obstacles, you might slip, you know, a bit of retracement action going on. I'm a trader, if you know, you know. Once you finally get to the top, you look down at the crystal staircase and you realize that the goal wasn't the thing that's important, it's the journey that you've gone through. You just see all this mess or chaos, yeah? You see all the hurdles that you had to overcome. It's not pretty, it's not a pretty process. It takes a lot of work. We've all heard entrepreneurs work longer and harder than people with 9 to 5s, which is generically true, you know? It's necessary. In the sense that, like, when you're going for your goals, it takes more courage to take that first step and that leap of faith before you know how to plan step 2. A perfect example is with me starting this YouTube channel, yeah? It was quite urgent for me in the first video, as you can tell. I was a bit urgent. I had to get my point across. You know, I didn't even have the equipment that I have now. Look, got this microphone, got some lights, tripod. The first step is not to, like, forget about being a perfectionist. There's something called analysis paralysis that can really slow you down. And it's when you try and focus in on getting everything perfect. When in reality, all you need to do is get the journey, get the ball moving. Take that first step, because you won't know the steps after until you've taken the first one. That taps into purpose being more important than plans and purpose being more powerful than plans. But what about purpose preceding plans? Whenever you have a goal or a dream, yeah, it first starts with a vision or an idea of the end, yeah? You see the end before you see the start. Purpose always precedes plans. Your why and the end goal will always come before the plans, you know? It's the thing that will drive the plans. It's the thing that will push you through the plans. It's the thing that will actually help you plan. God is in partnership with us to manifest his vision on this earth. You know, God is a spirit, he's energy. However, to manifest things into the 3D, he needs to partner with us. I tapped into this a bit in the first video, but I didn't really dive in. And I just want to take this opportunity, since we're talking about it. Many are the plans of a man's heart. So Jesus died with a lot of potential. That was a statement I made in the first video. What did I actually mean by that? Jesus chose purpose over potential. That's what we need to understand. He had a goal in mind. He knew his mission. He knew what he had to do. And he chose that over every other thing that he could have possibly done. You know, the amount of things that he could have done. He was a carpenter. He could have scaled his business. He could have not died the way he had to die. Could have literally done anything else, but he stuck to his purpose. And now he's seated on the throne. One thing that we need to keep in mind, guys, here is that God is only obligated to provide for his own programs. I heard Miles Monroe say that in one of his lectures, and it just hit me differently. God is only obligated to provide for his own programs, yeah? So anything else that we have planned or any other ideas that we have in mind, that is not in line with our purpose, it's gonna take willpower and willpower alone, Now, when you focus on your purpose path, it's willpower combined with the divine backing behind you. That's, you tap into your divinity when you're on your purpose path and things flow easier. That's called grace. It's as if opportunity flies to you, Opportunity is literally looking for you and comes knocking at your door when you're functioning under grace. That's the power of staying on your purpose and focusing and locking in on God's plan. Many are the plans of a man's heart. Say it with me, guys. Many are the plans of a man's heart. So what are some of the obstacles you're going to face when embarking on your purpose path? Taking the first couple steps. Number one, imposter syndrome. Guys, it takes a lot of courage to actually feel the fear and feel all the emotions that you feel and act anyway. And that's where you will find yourself to be courageous. If you want to be strong, God's not going to just make you strong like poof. He will put you in scenarios that give you the opportunity to show strength. This is a perfect example. So imposter syndrome. What is actually imposter syndrome? A negative belief that you're not qualified to do whatever it is that you desire to do. And it's very common when taking steps or leaps of faith, taking risks in life or doing something uncomfortable. I'm an artist, so I've been in a lot of uncomfortable situations, like me going on stage, for example. It's not too uncomfortable now, but at the start, it was definitely very uncomfortable knowing who I had to be and not allowing myself to get in my way. That's another point, guys. You need to get out of your way. Stop being afraid of yourself and let yourself shine. This is to all the introverts, Nobody's saying you have to be loud and extroverted, this, that, and the other. But purpose requires a different side of you in order to impact people. We're social beings. We have to be social. It's important to be social in order to impact and actually make an influence in this life. If you're on a personal development journey, you can't grow in life without getting uncomfortable. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations for growth. It's only growing pains, Shouldn't ever stop you. Feel the fear and move anyway. You're a courageous person. Do not be afraid of yourself, okay? Many are the plans of a man's heart, but God's purpose will prevail. Once you get out of God's way and once you get out of your own way, then you qualify as a vessel. God will use you as a vessel and pour himself into you, and you'll get all these fresh ideas. The next steps start to reveal themselves, and you have a deeper understanding of how you're going to get to the top of the staircase. But the first thing that's important is to start. No matter how messy it is, guys, it's only a problem if you stop after you start. But guys, one thing that you need to realize is that everything is risky in life. Me coming to work, there's riots going on, racist riots that's going on right now. Today they're in my local area. I'm still at work. I'm gonna make my way home very soon after this video. But I'm staying by because I have a purpose. There's a purpose. I have to get this done, So I'm protected. I have nothing to worry about. I'm taking that risk to follow my purpose. This has to get done. Everything is risky, so why not take that risk? What's at stake? What's at stake? Okay, cool. You're gonna embarrass yourself for a few days before everyone forgets. This is in a scenario where you're being vulnerable to the public eye and you're vulnerable to opinions. In that scenario, what's at stake? People will laugh. Cool. They'll forget about it in a few days. At the rate of social media and attention spans, it's really not the end of the world. And even if that does happen, all you can do is come back better the next time. Simple as that. Break the mold of your previous self, because a new version of yourself is required for the next level that you're trying to get to. Do you understand? You can't get to where you're going as this person, as the same person you are on this level. It just doesn't work. Your goals are on a higher vibration, so you must rise to meet the occasion. It's that simple. Many are the plans of a man's heart, but God's purpose will prevail. Short and sweet, guys. I took the feedback from the first video made it a bit shorter, made it more concise and direct onto the point instead of tapping into loads of different scenarios. And I hope this is better, guys, man. I'll see you on the flip side next week.